Hi guys. Seeing as how, once again, I am too lazy to actually do something unique, like type all this in, I thought I'd just go ahead and blither at you, and hope that you'll keep with the playing. Forgive any background noise. Smallest one is watching Star Wars The Clone Wars for the 5 millionth time. At least I think it's the 5 millionth. It could only be the 4 millionth, but, you know, allow some leeway there. So if you hear background noise, it's what that is. It's been an interesting week. I got so much done yesterday. It's actually quite funny. I have Littlest Bitty registered for preschool. Now all I have to do is get medical records and have doctors and stuff fill out a whole bunch of forms, which you guys know exactly how much fun that can be. And hopefully get it in time for him to actually start school, which would be September 3rd. And he would be leaving later in the morning than his brother, which is mildly inconvenient, but I'm pretty sure we can work our way around it. So I called this one medical office based on what one of my neighbors said, and that was last week, and tried to set up an interview, which, you know, I didn't have whole tons of confidence in, but I decided, why not, you know, heck with it, I'll just give it a whirl. That's what I did. She called me back this week and said that she needed to speak with one of the doctors, and she'd set up an appointment, and if she didn't call me on Tuesday, or excuse me, on Wednesday, to call her back. So I did. I spoke with her yesterday, and I had an interview today. Now, I'm excited because I think it went well. The last time, though, I got excited and thought it went well, I still didn't get it. But it seemed my resume really did me some good this time. Not only did I have the security, but I also had the paperwork and the ability to deal with people. And that really helped. She asked for my pay scale, and, you know, I went from small end to high end, and it seems that if they do hire me, it'll fall somewhere right in the middle. But it'll certainly be at least $2 to $3 more than I have seen in the last 2 years. And it'll be full time, and it is literally right around the corner from me, which is that's just aces. I mean, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. Keep your fingers crossed for me. She's going to speak with the doctor, and she's going to call me sometime next week. So definitely keep those fingers crossed. Hope that the interview went well, not just that I think it went well. I got along with the house fire the last interview that I did, and I got along with this lady quite well. Hopefully my experience will not be a detriment, but might actually help me. It also seems they're looking for people who are more inexperienced in working in a medical office, and I know the reason why. You hire in people who have worked in a medical office before. The first thing they want to do is do things the way they're used to. So that's kind of a detriment. So it's in my favor that I've done all this paperwork and I've had to hold all this responsibility, but I've never worked in a medical office before. So keep your fingers crossed for me on this. I really need this, especially since my paycheck this week didn't even break $150. Oh boy, how they expect anybody to live off this, I have no idea. But working part-time for less than $9 an hour is quite frankly, it's killing me. I was going to pay some of my Time Warner cable bill, which is how I do my net. That's not going to happen this week. When you haven't broke 150, there's a ton of other things that you have to take care of, and about 100 covers my week for gas, and yes, I smoke, but not half as much as I used to. Smallest one still insists on not going to the bathroom the way he's supposed to, so we have to keep literally his ass covered. So I mean, and you know, just little things all throughout the week, it really adds up. So it's one of those where I'm like, yay, my paycheck's going to be gone by the time Monday rolls around. How lovely. And I won't have paid one bill. How even much lovelier. And of course, bill collectors breathing down my neck, which is always loads of fun. I mean, it does something for me. So, besides keeping your fingers crossed for me on this new job, hopefully you can spread the word, because I'm going to be doing tarot readings again. At least to try to get me close to where I can pay my Louisville Gas and Electric, and I can pay my Insight. Rent, oh my God, that is due within the next 17 days at the outside, and I already know I'm not going to make it. Gonna have to beg Mr. J for help again, but that's another reason why I'm so crossing my fingers on this, because if I make anywhere close to $10 an hour, I'll have this made. And the great thing is, if I make close to $10 an hour, I won't be pouring $40 to $50 of it per week into my gas tank just to make that, $10 an hour. I'll be putting more like 10, 15 in my gas tank per week. But I'll be able to make my rent, I'll be able to make my Insight, but those are the bills I'm worried about right now. Those are the main things. Had yet another weird encounter with my manager yesterday. Flows fire, you asked about this. Yeah. It was one of those really, really weird ones. I'm shopping so that I can get food to fix for my family for today, actually. I wasn't able to get my Chinese, Marcia. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, because I called and she was shut. So, maybe on Saturday. But either way, I had to fix what I was picking up yesterday, last night, and I had to pick up again today, and the whole entire time I'm just crossing my fingers going, please don't stop me. Because she stopped me yesterday and asked if I could work yesterday evening. Now, this would give me approximately 4 hours to go home with all the errands I had to run. 4 hours to go home, get everything pulled together, fix dinner, make sure the kiddos were squared away, and then get in and work, because she did not rearrange the schedule the way she was supposed to, the way everybody expected her to. One of the girls there quit. No big surprise, but one of the girls there quit. And I knew about this on Tuesday. I also understood on Tuesday that she was supposed to check over the schedule and make sure she had all the gaps filled. She didn't do that. So she comes up to me and she's like, I've been calling you. And I'm like, yes, and I've been out. I've had things I've had to do today. And she was like, well, I need you to come in. I was like, I can't do that. I saved everything for today. She didn't want to hear that. She wanted me to come in and work 6 to 10. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I set my schedule according to your schedule. I don't mind 24 hours worth of notice. I do mind a handful of hours. I literally set my days according to the schedule that I get. On my days off, I pack them because I work late at night. So I have to make sure everything's organized, my family's taken care of, so I can work late at night. This is the same woman who, when I got fare tickets that the store was giving away, I turned them over to one of the other ladies because she asked for them, because she could use them. And this is the same boss who went, well, why'd you do that? I asked if you could use them, and I said, at that time, I told you I might not be able to. I might be able to. I'm not really sure. I was more than happy to help and contribute, but, I might not be able to do this. I said, now my boy's back in school, and it's not going to be possible. And she was like, well, I always used to take my kid after school. I was like, where am I? It's after school. Where am I? And she was like, oh. So, to me, it's no big surprise that in the last 3 weeks, I have had my home called once, and I've been stopped at the store twice during my time off to fill her scheduling gaps. Each time I have done something completely opposite my nature, and I've told her no. It's like it's feeding a bad habit. She can't seem to do what she's supposed to do, and everybody else is expected to cover for her, and they've done it for so long that she's used to it. And she's already been nasty about me once or twice, and the other ladies have had to say, look, she's one of our better workers, don't do this. But she seems to think that I'm there to be her bitch, and that's not what I'm there for. She doesn't give me enough hours. I certainly don't get enough pay. I do what I'm supposed to do to the best of my abilities before I have to clock off. And yes, it's a have to type of thing. So I'm definitely hoping that I get this other job. I'm really hoping. I mean, this other job, the guy's really, really strict about overtime, and that's cool. I totally understand that. I mean, you want me out of there by 5 o'clock, it's done. I mean, no problem. But it's one of those where, how to explain it? I need to have more time on the clock. I need to have day shift so I can actually see my children and help my eldest do his homework. I need to be able to make a little bit of money so that I'm not pouring gas into a vehicle that I can't even afford to pay off one thing so I can get another worked on with it. I mean, it's kind of utterly ridiculous. It's gotten to the point where it's stupid. And this is great. I mean, it was a job. It got me this far. But I do need a little bit more, and by God, you know, I've more than earned that. So keep your fingers crossed for me. Irregardless, I'm gonna keep trying. That's all I can do at this point. And put out the word that I'm probably gonna be doing tarot readings again. So any way that you guys can help, pimp that, please. I'll probably actually be doing a post on that a little bit later. But until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and know that I love you. Bye, guys.